found the problem. Or I think I found the problem anyway. It's definitely a problem. And hopefully it's the problem. Let me see where it's at. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a hole right there. There you go. You can see that. So if it's sucking air through there, I mean, I know it was leaking fuel all in there in the sole. So, yeah, that was probably our problem right there. So now, the problem I got with this is Stihl and Husqvarna like to make hoses that are specific and seal up with like a built-in grommet on it. So now I got this really large hole there. And the hose that came with that kit is not going to work. Wherever, there it is. So I've got to try to go online and see if I can find a fuel line for a Husqvarna 44. And hopefully I can, because I'd hate for this saw to sit there and do nothing all because of a fuel line. Alright, welcome back everybody. I have the fuel hose for the Husqvarna 44. We're going to install that today. And then reinstall excuse me, reinstall the carburetor. And this is a Husqvarna part. Part number is right there. 501-458-301. And this particular one came from Jack Small Engines. And it took, I don't know, a couple days to get here is all it took. I keep an Excel spreadsheet with my equipment on it. And as I get parts and things like that, I put that on the spreadsheet. So that way, if I need something, I just go to that spreadsheet and see what it was. Sometimes I'm able to find a parts book and just go ahead and fill the spreadsheet out then and not have to wait until I buy a part for it. But this hose is identical. It is slightly longer, and it's probably not due to manufacturing. It's probably due to that the old one is just drying out and starting to shrink. So that's what was giving me the problem. Hopefully this is the only problem there was, and not multiple problems. I did replace the diaphragm on the pump side because I didn't like the way it looked. But we can take a little bit of dielectric grease and put on this rubber grommet section part of it. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need to slather it on there, just a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. We'll try one way. If that don't work, we're going to try a different way. This might work. It might not. But we're going to try. That's how you learn to do things, right? Where'd you go? I keep losing it. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. Excuse me. They don't give you a whole lot of room to do anything right here. Because you got the bolts for the carburetor. You got the choke. You can't remove any of it to get it out of your way. Not easily, anyway. I'm afraid to pull on this too much from the other direction. Afraid it might tear. Just trying to stuff this larger end. Hang on it. Basically the filter end. Trying to stuff that down in the hole. And then reach through and grab it. Hopefully that'll work. And we can get this thing pulled through. And it just wants to fight me all the way. I'm trying to go this way because it has a nice tapered on the back of this, on the back here. Real nice taper there on this end. On this end is not much of a taper. Just kind of acts more like a plug. So I'm trying to stuff this end through so I can go in there and reach it and pull it through. And I'd be able to work it in a little bit better from the top than I could from the bottom. Nothing's ever as easy as it should be, right? You just got to work with it. It'll eventually do what you need it to do. If it don't, you have to approach it a different way. We're just about there. Yep, it's stuck through there enough. Hopefully I can grab it with my... There we go. Let's see if that'll help get this thing pulled through. A little bit of pressure on the bottom, pulling on it, and a little bit of poking at it with a screwdriver, being careful not to stab a hole through it. Should be able to get it worked in there. Okay, come on now. Oh, most of the way there. Tell you what, you definitely don't want it to leak. Golly day. And this is what I hate about manufacturers using these formed hoses and stuff. I got another one over here. It's a Still hedge trimmer, and Still wants $38 for this little tiny hose. There we go. That goes in the fuel tank, the bottom of the fuel tank for the fuel filter, the pickup line basically. $38. That's crazy. So what I thought of is I'll show you when I get done with this. Let's take a look inside. Make sure that part of the grommet is in there. And looks good. Yep, that looks good. And up top here looks good. Put her top back on. Snug it up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. See what we got. Let's see what we got. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If so, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, send me a comment. Let me know what you think. Be kind and help people when you can.